Official NASA images of lunar exploration.
I ain't got to put the damn mic on. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I got to wear the damn headphones. Hello, Melissa. How y'all doing? Oh, we got some good news today. Paul Pelosi's assailant. He was in his underwear when he attacked Paul Pelosi. What are you doing in your underwear there, buddy? Gay lifestyle. That's what happens with you when you're doing shit like that.
When the officers arrived on scene, they encountered an adult male and Mr. Pelosi's husband, Paul. Our officers observed Mr. Pelosi and the suspect both holding a hammer. The suspect pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi.
Both of them was holding a hammer. Not both of them were standing there with hammers. Like, it's hammer time. Tommy T-Bone Davis. Chris Hurt, what's up, man? How you doing? I had to put the headphones on today because what's crackling? I don't know. Somebody's bones? I don't know what's crackling. Could be this right here. I don't know what's crackling. Something's wrong with the microphone.
And violently assaulted him.
So both of them did not have a hammer. They were like fighting over a hammer. Or they're struggling with a hammer. Whose hammer was it? I don't think that fellow that come in his underwear that broke into the house in just his underwear. Nobody seen no calls come in. There's a guy walking down the street in his underwear with a hammer in his hand. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, he's back out here on the street in his underwear with a hammer. No bullshit. This is a false flag bullshit carrying on right here. Paul Pelosi. Who was in the car with Paul Pelosi when he had the wreck? We know there was somebody else in there. Who was it? On the 911 call, Paul Pelosi says, I don't know who this is. It's my friend David. What? You don't know who it is, but it's your friend David. Yeah, and he's in his underwear naked in my kitchen. The picture from outside where it shows the glass is on the outside of the house. Like he punched the glass and it all fell outside. Wouldn't it go inside? How many windows have y'all ever busted into? This is bullshit.
With it.
More bullshit from mainstream media
took him into
and
custody,
the politicians.
requested emergency backup.
Oh, they found a government anti-manifesto.
That the suspect was arrested in his underwear, and the authorities have found a manifesto, as they put it, on social media.
I better not never write no manifesto, because they'll go, we found this manifesto. This guy right here, which is married to this sea hag right here, was probably doing some kind of sex shit. I'm not saying that he was having sex with the guy in his underwear, but why is he in his underwear? Both of them were in their underwear. They might have been taking turns on whoever the third party there is that opened the door for the police. Because he supposedly broke in the back door. The police come in the front door and were let in by an unknown person. That could have been what they was fighting over. It's my turn, bitch. Paul, Get your wrinkly, raggedy ass up off my girl. It's my turn. He's a nudist professor. In Berkeley. Berkeley's just full of these crazy dickwads out there. Here we go. Demonic leftists scream at conservative reading a Bible. Protester steals his Bible, rips it up, and eats the pages. Oh, did you see that girl with the pink hair? Oh, look right there. She's got the pink hair going on. Yeah, give me some of that. I ain't had enough to eat today, even though my gut's hanging out over my vagina. Oh yeah. Look how radical I am. I'm going to eat the Bible. Ass whooping time. Ass whooping time. Winter Gala with President Donald J. Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Hold up, here we go. Did Mr. Third Person open the door? Let's see what he says. Let's see what the cop says. Officers arrived at the house, knocked on the front door, and were led inside by an unknown person. Who is this third person? Led inside by an unknown person. They discovered the Pape and Pelosi struggling for a hammer. And after they instructed them to drop their weapon, Scott said the Pape took the hammer and violently attacked Pelosi. Hell no, you ain't calling the law on me, buddy. You know damn good and well it was my time. We had the egg timer over there and it had went off and you heard it. It was my time to crawl up in the sheets. I had done took everything else off except my underwear. Where's the camera footage from inside the house? Didn't we play a video the other day of one of them falling down the stairs drinking wine? Didn't we see the footage? That footage? You're telling me that Nancy Pelosi don't have home security? You're telling me Nancy Pelosi don't have an alarm system on her house? You telling me Nancy Pelosi's husband don't have she's got a security squad that don't apply to her husband? And they can't afford it with all the damn stock trades that they do? Well, no, if they did that, they could afford a Uber driver. Paul wouldn't be getting in the wrecks. Well, Paul likes to drive. He just likes to drive. Pack of women brutally beat, robbed 15-year-old girl in New York City subway station. Hood rats. It's a pack of hood rats.
New video out this morning shows the suspects the NYPD is looking for after
it's the hood rat crew right there. That big girl had to turn sideways to come through there.
It happened Thursday afternoon at the Woodhaven Boulevard station. A group of 5 women pushed the victim to the ground and began punching and kicking her. They stole the girl's wallet and then took off. The victim was taken to Forest Hills Hospital in stable condition. Police say her stolen debit card was later used for several transactions.
Oh, I wonder who it was. I wonder who the victim was. Was it a white victim or a person of color? Because you're not supposed to. Black Lives Matter, baby. Black Lives Matter. Here's the San Francisco David Pape. This guy right here looks like Charles Manson's son. Gypsy Tub. Officiating the wedding of the Gypsy Tub and James Smith on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, December the 19th, 2013. You can't see the feet down here, but there's poop everywhere. Poop everywhere. He's officiating. What a saint. Oh, my goodness. He believes in God. Kerry makes an offer to Elon Musk. DM me and we'll work it out. Work what out? Oh, move to Twitter headquarters to Arizona. Oh, bring them up out of Silicon Valley. Massive stampede. Pump Trump PAC supports midterm candidates with ad buys in key states. Max Rockatansky, the pappy, the poopy. I wonder, did he have on, like, tighty whities? Hey, how are you? Gagged a little bit. Frank Sullivan's in the house. What's going on, Frank? How you doing? Let me set my timer over here. I might have to go in there and tell Paul it's my turn. Bullshit. I'm going first. No. I'm first. You can have the leftovers. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty what they was doing in that Pelosi house. The Pepe Max, go over to YouTube channel. Hello, country girl. Country girl barbecue. I ain't seen Drizzy. I've got to wear the headphones. Something's wrong with the damn microphone. We keep getting updates. Massive stampede leaves 146 dead. Dozens suffered cardiac arrest. Hundreds trampled at South Korea Halloween celebration. Video warning graphic. A bunch of people died of heart attacks. Do they have to take the vaccine over there? This was from a stampede. Uh-oh, let's see what this is. What's he doing? Get up. 3, 4, 5. I see him working on at least 5 people. 6. I see him working on at least 6 people there. Chapman's.
Hey, Chapman, how you doing? This is Shaq. You guys changed the code number for the gate exiting?
Yes.
What is it?
Let's see what it is. 0106 pound.
Yeah, 0106. Thank you, Chapman.
You're welcome. Working on them hard over there. Some ain't right. Some ain't right. Why'd all these people just fall out there? Well, it was a crowd. It was a stampede. Apparently they were trying to see some celebrity over there. Ain't no good. Said over 100 people have died. This says 50. Last I seen said over 100. That's what's happening in Itaewon. At the moment, praying everyone is safe. Dozens of people lying lifeless on the floor receiving CPR from rescue services. Were they jabbed? We need to find out. Got a rapper on here that's got the palsy now. How's he going to be spitting out them lyrics when his face is all messed up? Him and Justin Trudeau's got to get together. Citizens for Sanity runs brutal ads during one of the World Series, blasting Biden Democrats. Illegal immigration.
How did we get here? Low wages, high inflation, record crime, illegal immigration from places as far away as Pakistan. Our cities are a mess. Public services are a nightmare. But instead of helping us, Joe Biden has sent $66 billion to Ukraine, weapons worth billions more. And now, Joe Biden says his fight in Ukraine could lead to nuclear Armageddon. World War III. You know what I say? No mas. Citizens for Sanity paid for
No mas. That means no more. No mas.
Record inflation. Groceries up 13%. Gas up 36%. And crime is out of control. But instead of helping us, Joe Biden sent $66 billion to Ukraine. Billions more on weapons, instead of helping us. Now, Biden says his fight in Ukraine could lead to nuclear Armageddon. World War III. Hell no. Citizens for Sanity paid for this ad.
Hell no. Where's the white people in the commercial at? I seen the Spanish people, and I seen some black folks. Another innocent victim shoved on the subway up in lovely New York City. If you want to get shoved to the floor or to the tracks, if you ever wondered what that felt like, come up to New York City. This could be a commercial. If you've ever wondered what getting shoved to the tracks feels like, the crunch of the gravel, the cold, hard steel of the New York subway system, grinding into your backbone as you lay unconscious from being shoved off a platform. Come to New York City. Clip it. We'll sell that shit. They can put that on the damn news up there. Run an ad. This video ain't playing. What's that says video? And it's got the little button right there. Click. Click, click. It's not working. But that would have been a lovely commercial. It makes me want to go to New York City. If you'd like to smell the squalor of 8 million people living on top of each other. Most of them not using indoor facilities when they take a crap or pee. Come on up to New York City and smell what it smells. Wait till the summertime when it's real hot and that the sun is cooking that stuff up. It ferments it. Oh, it's a wafting smell coming down the street. Makes me hungry. Come on up to New York City. Clip it. Drizzy, I'm cutting commercials in this bitch. Second SFPD press conference offers more details on Paul Pelosi attack. Paul Pelosi called 911. Assailant is still in hospital. The Pape enter rear door. Which door are you talking about? You talking about the door to the house? Or are you talking about Pelosi's rear door? Which one? Inquiring minds want to know.
Will just be a brief update with some clarifications. He will do.
Which rear door do y'all think he's talking about?
Afterwards, and that's going to be it for
This press conference is about to begin.
Single hammer. There was one hammer that the officer observed.
One hammer?
Officers, while still outside of the doorway threshold, gave commands to both men to drop the hammer. Mr. DePapi immediately pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently attacked him with the hammer. The officers immediately entered, tackled the suspect, disarmed him, took the hammer away from him, and took the suspect, Mr. DePapi, into custody.
I wonder why they didn't shoot somebody.
Back up and they rendered medical aid. I can confirm that Mr. DePapi forced entry into a rear door at the rear of the Pelosi home. And I'd like to reemphasize.
He said he can't confirm. Bullshit, man. Let's go to court with this crap. He was taking longer on his turn than what he was supposed to. The timer had went off. And I told him, I said, don't you, not one more stroke, buddy. Don't you dip it one more time. And he dipped it. And that's when I said, you got a hammer up in here? He said, yeah, I got a hammer in here. What you need a hammer for? You finna fix something? Well, I'm going to fix that back door I broke in. Well, you didn't break in. I let you in the front. We've been having a party. Marshall's Medical Board strips top Dr. Peter McCullough's medical credentials for speaking the truth on the COVID vaccine. Why would y'all take his credentials? Because he's telling the truth on that? Oh, because y'all part of the deal. We got you. We're just making notes. Making notes for when the tribunals start up. Class action, crimes against humanity. Y'all bitches is going to get more. That's probably why Trump made it bigger down there. Kamala Harris had to catch Joe Biden from getting too close to the edge of the stage. He'd have walked off there. Joe, come back. Joe, what? Oh, y'all don't keep waving shit in front of you. Watch out. Oh, he's finna jump. Don't you do it, Joe. You'll break a hip, boy. Come back away from her, Joe. He'll forget where he's at and just walk right off in there. Look how he's running. Look how good a shape he's in. 80 years old, still jogging around. He smelled a kid in the back. They opened the fresh package on a kid in the back. Yeah. It's like when you open up a bag of Lay's tater chips. Every head in the house turns. Was that Lay's that just opened up? Smells like farts. Lay's potato chip smells like farts. Sniff a bag. Why do you know what a smart smells like? I'm 52 years old. I know what smart farts smell like. 146 dead. After a Halloween party stampeding soul, sickening scene shows desperate battle to flee, suffocate, and crush, and revive victims after thousands tried to get to a bar to see a local celebrity. Bullshit. 5G was activated down there and them bitches started falling out. Hope you ain't got that stuff in you. Graphite. Uh-oh. Joe done said we got 54 states. 54 states, Joe Biden says.
By the way, if they do, that means, not a joke, everybody, that's why we were defeated in 2018 when they tried to do it. We went to 54 states.
I don't think she ever took an environmental course in college. She did go to
54 states. $54 states. Oh, and Tom Brady and Gazelle's, their divorce is finalized. Sad. Iranian protesters say 17-year-old girl, female student, died after being hit by a riot police baton as Revolutionary Guard's chief warns today's the last day of the riots. They've been rioting over for like a month since she died. California girl 16 whose middle name is Evil claims she and her boyfriend killed her mom in self-defense after she suffered years of physical abuse, which began after a scorpion bite killed her dad. Well, scorpions don't bite. Scorpions sting. So that headline, that's, take it down, get them. That's misinformation. Scorpions don't bite. They sting you. Oh, tut, new BBC documentary claims archaeologist Howard Carter celebrated the discovery of Tutankhamun in 1922 was blighted when he stole priceless jewelry from the boy pharaoh's ancient tomb. What'd you think he was going to do? What'd you think he was going to do? Here's Kanye going down double.
Oh, no, he got it back.
Gianna Gracie, what?
I feel good. You look great. Thank you very much, sir. You look great, my girl.
Thank you, Kanye.
I didn't realize that I could be considered anti-Semitic till I read one of the definitions of anti-Semitism. Look at this. The definition says, making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews as such, or the power of Jews as a collective, such as, especially, but not exclusively. This sounds like think about it, that sounds like the type wording that's in the contracts, right?
Indeed.
Okay, it says, such as, especially, but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
But isn't that what you said? That Jews run everything?
Yeah, but that actually is considered to be anti-Semitic.
Right.
So I didn't realize that it was anti-Semitic to say, hey, you know, I have a Jewish attorney, I have a Jewish record label, I have a Jewish contractor, I have a
Do you regret your statements?
Or the statements you think you should be walking back? I mean, considering...
What do you mean walking back?
What do you mean walking back there, buddy? Off of them. I mean, the thing is, you've lost a lot of endorsements. People are dropping you. You're getting, vilified.
And?
I mean, you might think you're right, but I think, there's a whole world out there that's condemning you for what you said.
Okay, so this right here...
A whole bunch of people out there in the world think it's okay to kill babies, too.
Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS, CBS News, Columbia Pictures... Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington Post, Yahoo, Marvel, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Jews don't run everything. Just because you got a phone there and you named off 20 companies that are all run by Jews, don't mean Jews run everything. You need to word it up different. Jews run most of Hollywood, most of the media. And why can't you say something about a Jew? I can't say something bad about a Jew. If I see a Jew doing something bad, I'm going to say something bad about it. Wasn't Harvey Weinstein, wasn't he Jewish? Pretty sure that's bad that you're raping girls and making them do things to give them positions. And I heard your junk was all brutalized up. And I seen the other day where these Jewish rabbis are circumcising the babies and sucking the blood off. That's wrong. Don't put your mouth on no kid's penis, rabbi. Well, that's just the thing we do. Get your ass a napkin. Keep your mouth off his penis.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said? Was that what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up on, and I didn't realize that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation with Adidas today, and I think Adidas felt like because everyone else was ganging up on me that they had the right to just take my designs. And I feel like right now, I feel like that was in Christianity. We don't say karma. We say you reap what you sow. And I feel like this is God humbling me right now because there's two things that are happening. A lot of times when I would say, oh, I'm the richest black man, it would be a defense that I would use for the mental health conversation. To say, oh, you guys say I'm crazy, but look at this, I made money. And but that is not godlike to be showing off. So if it's not godlike, then God will take that because it's all the church's money, right? So what's happening right now is I'm being humbled. Another thing that's happening is by me being burned to the flesh every single day, it's actually proving what I had to say. So
it's proving exactly what he said.
When I went to
they run everything.
What I want to say is like black people are like, okay, Lex Friedman got you to apologize. Pierce Morgan got you to apologize to the Jews, but you never apologized to us about the George Floyd comment that made us feel bad. Now, the thing is, okay, JFK, they got a lot of documentaries about how it happened. So we can argue about how it happened, which I like the fact that we can do that. But regardless, when I see that video as a black person, it hurts my feelings. And I know that police do attack, and America is generally racist. And I understand that when we got to say Black Lives Matter, that the idea of it made us feel good together as a person, as a people, right? When let me say it so the soundbite is better for you guys.
Because if we were as racist a country as he says, white people would be taking this shit, not Jewish people.
When the idea of Black Lives Matter came out, it made us come together as a people. Now afterwards, yes, there were some things where the money went. There were some things where it was used in order to push us to the Democratic vote. There were people behind it involved. That happened. But the general feeling, so when I said that, I question the death of George Floyd. It hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now. So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. Because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment that actually, if you look at the definition of DEFCON, it means to get extra defense, which obviously I must have needed. I must have needed that extra defense. Now let's talk about the red hat, and let's talk about the similarities to the White Lives Matter t-shirt. The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor that diagnosed me of having a disorder that would have...
We know I can't say what kind of doctor he was. We know I can't say that. He was a Jewish doctor.
Had me on medication right now. At a time like this, if I was on medication right now, then one pill could have been swapped out and it would be Michael Jackson and Prince all over again. But because I didn't take the misdiagnosis and I didn't take the medication, I'm able to speak to you guys clear of thought and transparently. Now let me talk about the red hat. Wearing the MAGA hat, the way that Hollywood's political agenda attacked me and put me to a point of exhaustion was death by 1,000 cuts. Everyone would say something to me, from a driver to my ex-wife to Adidas. Everyone would say something. So when I wore that White Lives Matter, I said, I'm not going through this again.
He's still telling it. We see who controls it. Nudist ex-lover of Paul Pelosi's attacker is female pedophile. Nudist ex-lover of Paul Pelosi's attacker is a female pedophile who harassed boy 14 who bought sex dolls and drugged in home for their sons to use. Daughter claims attacker's a child molester too. You talking about like Ashley Biden talks about her daddy? Is that what you wonder? Was he taking showers with his daughter? Milwaukee gay bar bans customers from wearing Jeffrey Dahmer Halloween costume. Notorious serial killer preyed on Wisconsin City's LGBT community. He didn't clean that bitch out, though. Y'all should have let him be free for a couple of more years. Maybe he could have helped some people out. Y'all wouldn't be out there having this bullshit for the kids where you're trying to mess with their mind. Uh-oh, is this the voice of a ghost? Chilling video captures eerie voice cry, help, twice inside an empty room. Vermont paranormal investigators take on the case. Let's see it again. What are we looking at? I heard somebody else say help. Can't really hear these that good. Cats can sense shit. Animals can sense stuff, man. You ain't supposed to be messing with the dead. You ain't supposed to be messing with the dead. Latest innocent victim of Chicago's violent crime wave, beloved school baseball umpire shot in the face and killed after asking neighbors to quieten down because he had to get up for work the next morning. Hey, could y'all keep it down there? Shut your ass up, cracker. Shot him in the face. Carlos Rivera, 50, was shot in a second-floor apartment building on North Whippy Street last Sunday when he was going to see his neighbors. Police said the man had reported a loud disturbance that was keeping him up, and Rivera was shot in the face, and body was seen stepping out of his apartment. He was rushed to the Illinois Masonic Medical Center, where he died. No arrests have been made yet over the murder. Well, he shouldn't have been over there messing with the neighbors. Female Portland school bullies pulverized girl in common room while staffers walk past and does nothing, triggering a $1 million lawsuit. Woke City banned school cops in wake of George Floyd murders. So you just get these ass whoopings. He just walking on by. I ain't got time to stop with that bullshit. They in there fighting again. I ain't got time to deal with it. I got to catch my bus. $1 million lawsuit. Catch y'all's ass. Yo, bring the cops back up in here. We can't be paying no $1 million no more. He's going to town in there. And look at that. Bullies beating up on somebody. Bullies attacking people in pairs. That's a small kid. That's a small kid. Somebody will whoop that fat monkey's ass. Fucking gorilla. Boot her ass. This is one I wanted to show y'all to remember they're all in on it. Watch.
Of fake.
Hey, look at.
Look. It's coming out the back of that cargo plane.
Hey, look at there.
Only prove beyond all reasonable doubt.
Did you see that?
The official NASA images of lunar exploration.
That thing's supposed to be coming back from space.
They chucked that thing out of a plane, dude, and said it came back from outer space. Look.
In this film, we shall not only prove beyond all reasonable
Hey, didn't Robbie go to the game today?
They're fucking busted.
Images of lunar exploration are fake. But we film.
Hey, look at there.
I think Robbie went to the game today. New Zealand funeral director.
41 years as a funeral director in Bama. I own my own business and have done for the last 26 years. Now, I've watched adverse effects through patients as well who have, it's very obvious they've died within within 2 weeks of receiving the vaccination. And a lot of them almost appear to die of anaphylaxis. You know, so
95% of the dead have received the jab 2 weeks prior.
Died same day, the following day after receiving the COVID-19 vaccination. Now, this isn't a one-off case. This is the majority of cases that have come through our facility. One family only has said, yes, I'd like to take it further. So we tried to get the coroner involved. The doctor had signed off the certificate as to cause of death. He had insisted that his father not be vaccinated. And his sister, who was a registered nurse, said, Dad, you need to get vaccinated. So he conceded, took the vaccine. 4 days later, he was dead.
And are you able to kind of quantify, how many of your clients that you were seeing, had died reasonably recently after a vaccination?
It's an interesting question, Matt. When I started counting in the August of last year, it was one after the other, after the other, after the other. And when I got to 20, it was 19 who had died within 2 weeks. So carrying on from 20. So the first 20 deaths, I counted 19 of them. So it's 95%. The next number, it was 100% of the people who died have been vaccinated within 2. So it depends when the booster has come out. The first and the second vaccine has come out. And then the booster, it'll go on a wave. So we get 100%, and then it'll drop to 90%.
Yeah, he's at Auburn.
I'm getting the statistics, 95%.
He had the tickets to go down there. He's supposed to be holding up a sign. Or he's supposed to start to chant FJ Joe Biden.
Within 2 weeks.
Okay. Have you seen many where the death certificate is just unequivocal, cause of death, COVID-19?
No.
So they won. Probably will be happy tonight. Run over their ass. They'll get up out of the way.
You are violent. It's a very passive-aggressive protest. It's very passive-aggressive. This is about as aggressive a protest as you can do.
Oh, who's that? Who's that right there?
Secret photography of the 21st century.
Ding, 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 ding. What you scratching on there, Michelle?
Of the 21st century.
What you scratching, Michelle? What is that thing? Oh, we know what it is. We know what it is. I don't always threaten the West with nuclear war, but when I do, I use weapons made with uranium purchased from Hillary Clinton. It says here in the history books that luckily the good guys have won every single time. What are the odds? Norm Macdonald. Johns Hopkins psychiatrist, transgender is a mental disorder. Sex change biologically impossible. That's a psychiatrist saying that.
Latest victim of subway violence, leaving him bloodied and bruised. It happened on a one train near the 96th Street station on the Upper West Side. Take a look. You can see the victim being punched. Police say it all started when the senior citizen told this man and woman to turn their music down. The victim tells Pix 11 News the scolding was not meant to get this reaction.
I really wish they would do something about this. It was just horrible. I was attacked and bloody like crazy. I had 5 stitches. I'm all banged up.
It was Thursday afternoon. The victim says after taking a beating, he was not only left in a state of shock.
It was a nightmare, and I'm not doing well at all.
It's been a tough go for subway riders.
Get your ass a firearm, and the next time somebody puts their hands on you, shoot them. Brooklyn Dad defiant. I think Dr. Anthony Fauci could probably pick up where Rand Paul's neighbor left off, and nobody would mind at all. When Rand Paul, this guy right here is a bot on Twitter. I write shit to him all the time, or I text it in his tweets. He don't ever reply back. The violent, heinous attack on Paul Pelosi, the Speaker's husband, needs to be denounced by the strongest possible by both sides. He was attacked with a hammer. What's the difference here, Brooklyn Dad? You're a bot. You're a bot, and you know you are. Oh, here we go. I want one of these. Yeah, I want one of these. Oh yeah, let's go. Runway's clear. Runway is clear. All debris has been cleaned off the runway. It has been oiled down with baby oil. Turns out raw ligama, not ligama balls, was not actually fired from Twitter, but instead was just some random dude with a box that got CNBC with a ligama nuts joke. That would be funny if that shit was true. Paul Pelosi was able to dial 911 himself after telling the intruder he had to go use the bathroom, and then called it from there where his phone had been charging. According to a person familiar with the situation, he was hospitalized after the attack at Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital. Zuckerberg. He got a damn hospital? Where he successfully underwent surgery to repair a skull fracture and serious injuries to the right arm and hands. Pelosi spokesperson Drew Hamill said in a statement Friday evening. Obesity risk in middle-aged women linked to air pollution. Climate change is the reason I'm fat. E.T.
Financial collapse of Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and Russia.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Are you that powerful?
No, I think there's a great misunderstanding. I am basically
Notice the glasses.
there to make money. I cannot and do not look at the social consequences of what I do. As a competitor, I've got to compete to win. As a human being, I am concerned about the society in which I live.
Which George Soros am I talking to now? The amoral George Soros or the moral George Soros?
It's one person. It's one person who at one time engages in amoral activities and at the rest of the time tries to be moral.
Last 2 years you've been blamed for financial...
Panicked that free speech might be back on Twitter. Taylor Lorenz, one of their most famous and thoroughly ridiculous reporters, had a particularly rough night. Quote, "It's like the gates of hell opened on the site tonight," she wrote. The gates of hell! People in the media, you may have noticed, spend their entire lives online. No, the gates of hell open when we run out of diesel fuel and the airlines don't work and people freeze to death. The gates of hell don't open when people get to say what they want on social media. Sorry. Get some perspective, honey. But none of them have perspective. "It is sad," responded Frank Shaw, who works at the head of communications at Microsoft. Lorenz was upset because she makes her living by defaming people and then harassing them personally. But until last night, Twitter protected her and many journalists like her from any criticism whatsoever. Here was Vijaya Gadde,
Vijaya,
who is the chief censor at Twitter, the head lawyer, explaining why Twitter bans anyone who mocks journalists, because it's dangerous to mock journalists. Watch.
We were trying to understand the context of what was going on and take action on them. Because again, I don't know, Joe, if you've ever been the target of a dogpiling event on Twitter, but it is not particularly fun when thousands of people or hundreds of people are tweeting at you and saying things. And that's can be viewed as a form of harassment. It's not about the individual tweet. It is about the volume of things that are being directed at you.
I understand.
And so in that particular case, we made the judgment call, and it is a judgment call, to take down the tweets that were responding directly to these journalists that were saying learn to code, even if they didn't have a wish of harm specifically attached to them because of what we viewed as coordinated attempt to harass them.
See how this works? So when you're a journalist, you can destroy people's lives in this country on behalf of a political party. You can totally crush them, get them fired from their jobs, attack them to the point they literally lose custody of their children, which is happening now, by the way. You can do whatever you want if you're a journalist, but if anyone criticizes you, they have to be shut down because their criticism is violence.
Real Nunya.
In this case, Twitter objected to the phrase learn to code. Now, that's a phrase specifically used to mock journalists because that's what journalists told coal miners to do when they lost their jobs. Learn to code. It's not a threat in any way. It's not violence. It's a joke. But until last night, you couldn't say it on Twitter. Of course, you could aim it downward. You could still tell coal miners to learn to code, but you couldn't tell people with power to learn to code. That's the point. When you eliminate free speech, who do you help? The people in charge. Only the powerful benefit from censorship. The editor of the Daily Caller was banned for telling the Daily Show to learn to code. So the propagandists had protection from Twitter. That's the point. And they've lost it.
You lost it now?
Are evil because of the transatlantic slave trade. The Africans that sold us to the white man are also evil. And if they are evil, then so are the Jewish people that supplied the slave ships. What? What I say? You gonna learn today. What? You do not criticize the Jewish community. But 75% of Jewish households own slaves in the South. That is the most anti-Semitic shit I've heard all day. And I just got off the phone with Ilhan Omar. But these are facts. Your facts. I will deplatform you. Remove all your videos. Suspend your GoFundMe. Decline your bank card. Unless you apologize right now. I'm sorry. Yes. Now stay in your place and put all the blame back on the white man right now. White people are evil. It needs to be stopped. White people have funded both sides of every war since Napoleon. Even Jeffrey Epstein was white.
Wasn't he Jewish, Epstein? Uh-oh, they done got to Putin. Oh, they're saying Putin's a different person. Oh, Lord. Not Putin, too. Everybody's changing. I don't even know if I'm the same person no more.
الله لا يوفقك يا ابو طلال. الله لا صحيح مال الطلال داس ابو طلال.
Watch out.
الله لا يوفقك يا ابو طلال.
Like a cascade of people come over the top of that bus. That guy right there was sitting on the back. That guy right there. He was on he was on the back. Home invader, 2 hammers, underwear, gay pride, weed flag, Berkeley stands united against hate sign, lube. It was only 1 hammer. You got that wrong. They were fighting over the hammer.
Administration is going so far?
You know, the Biden administration has worked to be in service. What I know is that so many people here in North Carolina aren't concerned about who's doing what or not doing what.
How do you feel about how the Biden administration is going so far?
You know, the Biden administration has worked to be in service. What I know is that so many people here in North Carolina aren't concerned about who's doing what or not doing what.
How do you feel about how the...
Oh, my God. Trick or treat. Please stop sexualizing nurses. Yeah. Make mean tweets again. Did he open his account back up?
Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Holy smokes, man.
They're saying that's Hillary Clinton's autopsy picture. Remember when she was up there doing the 911 thing and she went out to the van and got in, she collapsed? They said she died. There's a news reel on here where they go, breaking news tonight, Hillary Clinton has passed away. Could be.
You hear the Republicans talk a lot about crime right now. How violent crime has gone up over the last 7 years, by the way. They act like it just happened just last year. As if like the previous president wasn't there. And by the way, it didn't just happen in so-called blue states. Turns out it's gone up in conservative rural states too. Where Republicans are in charge, but they don't mention that in the ads. So here's the question: who will fight to keep you and your family safe? Is it choice in this election? That's what this is all.
What's it say? New York Post says Paul died. Open the link. Fast forward through video. A second video will automatically load. Watch it. Is he dead? Successful surgery, repair, skull fracture, and serious injuries to his right arm. Flat Earth.
Hey, they done attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband, and now it's over. Who's gonna keep you safe from these crazies?
Who attacked Pelosi's husband?
That dude that had all that racist stuff on his MAGA stuff on his laptop.
Ain't no MAGA shit on his leg. This guy's from Berkeley.
Man, he had all kind of shit. It's on the news. Look it up. They know he was a follower
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. I hear you, man. What's he doing at Pelosi's house in his underwear?
He was in his underwear.
Yeah. You see this picture I got up on the screen right here?
What he was doing. That's y'all's guy. I can't explain.
What do you mean, our guy? I don't support nobody that runs with Antifa and supports Black Lives Matter and all that shit. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Don't come in here with your bullshit. I done seen the pictures, the rainbow flag that he's got at his house. The Black Lives Matter flag. That's not a MAGA guy. So you go ahead and believe the news if you want to. I'm asking you this. What was he doing there in his underwear? And why the picture they're showing of the glass that's broke in the back door, why is the glass outside the house?
Because he had to break some of it out to get his arm in.
Hold on. If you break a glass, where's the glass going to go to? Is it going to fall outside or inside?
It might crack, and then the handle.
I'm going to hang this is why I stopped letting you call. Because of this right here.
Glass can't fall on the outside. Why would they say?
Oh my God. That's why I stopped letting him call. Wasn't to do with nothing else. It's just his stupidity. I can't deal with it. Not gonna deal with it. Nope. Not gonna deal with it. Get it.
Then we're really fucked. So look what just happened to me. I said things they didn't like, and I suffered from travel bans. My money was taken. Right now, we're doing it the slow, old-fashioned way, right? You can't do that to everyone. But once it's all automated in AI, you can certainly do it to everyone. Once you like the wrong post, oh no. Oh, your bank doesn't work today. You go hungry today. You can eat tomorrow, but you better not like that post again. You like food, don't you? You like to eat. That's where we're getting. Anyone who sits here and thinks that's not going to come is a fucking dummy. Once AI takes control, which is coming, then we're really fucked.
Yep.
$10 stars. You got to watch it, folks. 10 stars. Now, I gave Michael Knowles 5 stars on this hand and 5 on the other, but he didn't get 10. You understand? You understand? Well, I hope you understand. Andrew Clavin on the...
Halloween headband costume party accessory. Paul Pelosi fake attack plastic novelty item. Headpiece perfect for partying with random strangers. To prove that people will argue over anything, here's a white plastic spoon. And somebody will be arguing about that. That's not no spoon. And why is it white? That's racist. Free speech scares them so much. Ukrainian official questions Twitter under Elon Musk's ownership. Yeah, why are they scared about free speech? Because then the truth can get out and they can't stop you.
He's right. He exposed me to a lot of people who actually should. And we were stuck in very cold conditions. So it was all over the board. So I started wondering, well, maybe he's right. He exposed me to a lot of people who actually showed me that there are thousands of scientists. And here's a book actually that illustrates that. It's called Climate Change Reconsidered. And this is on climatechangereconsidered.org. There are thousands of references here which talk about the fact that there is no foundation to the climate scare. It's all based on models that don't work.
But Tom, when you hear, politicos especially, but not just the politicos, celebrities, it's settled science. Science is settled. Is science ever settled, really? I mean, except over time where you really, what is H2O? We know what H2O is, right? We understand that. But
Yeah.
is this science settled really quickly?
No, in fact, it's a very immature science. In fact, we don't even know whether it's going to warm or cool in the future. Various people who study the sun, for example, Dr. Patterson, they show that we're headed into a grand solar minimum around 2060, and that we'll see gradual cooling over the next few decades. So the bottom line is we have no clue what's going to really happen. So the only sensible approach is to get ready for it, to make our infrastructure
cloudy out there,
hardened,
man.
to use solid, dependable sources of energy like coal. This is a piece of coal from eastern Kentucky. And not to turn off our solid, reliable energy sources for flimsy wind and solar power. You know, you'd laugh. It's appropriate that I'm based here in Ottawa, because right now here in Ottawa, Canada, they're running a municipal election. And it is the most corrupt election I have ever seen. They are trying their best to bring in a climate alarmist as mayor. So guess who they put in charge of the 4 debates they've had? Climate activists. They have climate activists running the mayor's debate. It's
Professor,
just
it doesn't surprise me that this is happening in Canada, it's happening in the United States, and we need real facts to discern what the real truth is here. Professor, thank you for this invaluable work that you're doing.
Hey, Sean.
Thank you, sir.
Shoot a deer, and you can wear its skin and eat its meat and then hang its dead carcass on the wall. I can't do it to a guy named Kevin, or else the taxidermist calls the cops. So you can just go and shoot a deer, and you can wear its skin and eat its meat and then hang its dead carcass on the wall. I can't do it to a guy named Kevin, or else the taxidermist calls the cops.
That's a good one. What the hell's this? Oh, hell no, man. How fast can that thing run? I got to start working out. I got to get back in. I got to get my wind back up, man, so I can run from these things. Oh, that girl's got some guns on her. I don't like my girls all built up like that either.
Why should we put up with the pain predicted in our future by the same people who made it inevitable? And question 2, how quickly do they think we forget what only just happened? First, the pain. Rishi Sunak conjured up and blew away a mountain of money, hundreds of billions of pounds worth of the funny, all but fraudulent money that is the gift only of the private bankers who have him and every other Western leader in their pocket. Now he's got an even bigger job than before and gets to tell us we'll have to endure tough times ahead, real pain. That's real pain for us proles, of course, and champagne for him and his pals. All of this mess is of his creation, him and his pinstriped cronies. And yet we who did nothing wrong are the patsies handed the bill. I've quoted the outlaw Josie Wales before on here, but time and again I find the same words going round and round in my head. Don't pee down my back and tell me it's raining. The same characters, those that clapped and cheered on both sides of the chamber as the disastrous lockdown measures were put in place, are still clumped around him with shiny new jobs, or at least their old jobs, and every bit as pointless as they were before. None of them has added so much as a jot to their store of wisdom. They've learned nothing, except, of course, the priceless knowledge relevant only to senior MPs, that if you just brass it out in the face of the most monumental cock-up of your career, it turns out you can pretty much get away with murder. We can see this. In fact, our noses are rubbed in the reality of it daily. Every time we have to look at the same old faces, unrepentant, blind and deaf to any notion that there might be confessions required, responsibility taken for the most inexcusable mistakes, grovelling apologies offered for unimaginable damage done, hurts inflicted that cannot and will not heal. They should be in exile on Elba, the sorry lot of them, and yet there they are, business as usual, and telling us the bill is past due. Of course the bill is past due, the gormless fools. It was them that ran it up in the first place, while some of us looked on in horror at the truck crash happening in slow motion. But remember at all times that it's not COVID's fault we're flat broke, or Putin's fault, or the climate's fault.
What do you mean, Frederica? Hold up. Here's Paul Pelosi telling the 911 operator he's a friend. His name is David. Now, do you think that they're friends with MAGA people?
Car 8 priority 910 2640 Broadway, cross of Scott and Normandy. Over 14-hour copy. RP stated that there's a male in the home and that he's going to wait for his wife. RP stated that he doesn't know who the male is, but he advised that his name is David and that he is a friend. RP sounded somewhat confused. Is a friend? RP sounded somewhat confused. 12 over back and copy.
Units code 3 to 2640 Broadway for 14-hour.
Cover 12 over copy. 50-hour also code 3. 50-hour also code 3.
Cover 112 advice insufficient units on scene 2640 Broadway. Special call medic 66, location 2640 Broadway.
So what's that, Frederick? His I don't know who it is. It's my friend David. Just something that's terrible. His friend David would come in there and beat him in the head like that. That's just terrible. Told you what it was. Paul was digging the guts out of that girl too bad, loosening it up. He wasn't gonna be able to. Paul's hung like a mule. He had to be hooked up with old Nancy Pelosi. He was wallering it out. Told you need to go second. Ooh, look at that whale. Oh, yeah, it's terrible. Like to hook that thing up to my zip code 33. Top water plug. I got him. He's coming up this time. Watch this. Oh, yeah, he's getting tuckered out. I got him this time. Ooh, give him a little. Let me loosen the drag up on this here. I don't want him to break my spider wire. I got him. But it's a zip code 33. I'm reeling him in. He's fighting me every inch of the way. He don't want to come in. There's Pelosi right there. Oh, yeah. She's photo bombing. Photo bombing. Look at that little dog. Favorite places is bed. Just slow down there, buddy. Oh, he's tired. He's been working all day. Is that Kamala Harris? With old Ghislaine? I mean, with Epstein?
What are they? Beyond means hundreds of thousands of people in a crowd looking up at somebody like they're God, jumping up and down for hours on end. You're a peasant. You're a peasant. And your life's shit, and you have no achievements, no money, you're depressed, but you're distracted. They've distracted you with this idol, whoever it happens to be. In the real world, they try very hard to distract us with God.
Oh, about past my bedtime. What the hell?
Oh shit.
Something's on fire.
Oh shit.
Something's on fire. Yeah, we got a fire out here on the wing.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
We got a fire out here on the wing. I ain't heard no kind of, we'll be exiting the plane from this side over here, nothing like that. That's an emergency.
Oh shit.
Oh, that thing's liable to blow up. Well, they done used all the gas in the wings, Jamie. You ain't got to worry about that. Research that shit. See how much fuel one of them things is supposed to hold. Then calculate what the weight of that would be. As censor chief Vijaya Cade is fired. Read how Twitter had refused to take down child porn even as victims' parents begged for its removal. They don't mind child porn, but they hate mean tweets, so they took Trump off there. The Perimeter says we have a generation of weak, fragile, spoiled, narcissistic, emotional, insecure people, completely unable to handle adversity, conflict, masculinity, or anything that challenges their own self-images. Basically, they are children inhabiting adult bodies. I agree. Imminent layoffs at Twitter. He just fired 3 or 4 people yesterday. And I don't know, this just facts says David DePapi tells investigators that he and Paul Pelosi were engaging in gay sex, and an argument ensued over drugs. Pelosi are refusing to turn over surveillance video of their home, fueling more speculation of homosexuality at the home. DePapi has arrested for male prostitution. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
Especially if it historically resonates.
What about the fact that it's true?
When you talk in groups, that breeds hate. When you talk about individuals, it solves problems. You're in engineering. Yes, you're going to get the same response, but especially if it historically resonates.
What about the fact that it's true?
When you talk in groups, that breeds hate. When you talk about individuals, it solves problems. You're in engineering. Yes, you're going to get the same response.
Police walking into Paul and Nancy's home like, hold on, which one of y'all got it? Both of y'all got hammers. Matt Couch says, sending prayers to Paul Pelosi. This is the second time he's been hammered in public this year. That's a good one. That is funny. That is funny. Oh, I thought it was going to be Robbie in the crowd. Berkeley resident David DePapi was more in the grip of a drug-induced psychosis than ideology-induced fanaticism. Pelosi attacker was a psychotic, homeless addict, estranged from his pedophile lover and their children. She's got the kids still. Typical Trump supporter, this story will definitely be a memory hold. See his house right here? Frederica? Oh, he lived in the school bus. I know they got a rainbow flag right over here somewhere. I'm saving fuel to buy more guns. What time is it? Oh, yeah. It's about time to wrap this up. Appreciate y'all being over here today. We're going to wrap this up for today and go over and kill somebody on Call of Duty. Lisa, Real Nunya, Tommy, T-Bone, Fox, Sipping on Fire. Frederica. Wait till I get my money right. Lisa Pete. All right. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Later.